Anuluwa 2016, comma, Popola 2013, multiple citations for one particular statement. Okay, so let's do that. Let me bring the cursor to the end of this paragraph. I'll go back to my add or edit citation. It will bring up the search box again. Then I can search for anything. Let me pick this. Okay, I've used this last long. Let me pick this second one. So how we do that is, by the time you select the first one, you can see that the cursor is next to it again, asking you to search for more. Normally, if that's everything I want to search, I'll just press enter, right? But because I still want to add more, I'll just start typing again what I want to add. You just as you search for that one, just start typing what you want to add again. So let me select this second one. So you can see we have 2 there now. If you still want more, just start typing again. It will look for whatever is available again. You can select that one. Which one we've not used this? Let me select it. We have 3. Are we together? So once you are done with the ones, everything you want to cite, just press enter, and all of them will be inserted as they are supposed to be. That means you are attributing this paragraph, this statement, from year to year to all these citations, and it has been formatted the way it should be according to upper 7 style. Are we together? Okay. So once we are done, we can continue to do this from introduction to discussion to conclusion, wherever. Then once we are through with our work, we want to generate the reference list, right? So let me just press enter, give a title, references, then put the cursor down there. So I want to generate my reference list right here. So all I need to do is to go back to the Zotero menu at the top and click on add bibliography. Once you click on that, all the bibliography will be generated. The references, everything you have cited, all those citations that are already in your work, they will be generated as references. Did it work for us at our end? Okay, the direct citation. The direct citation. The one. Okay. That's the direct. Okay, I'll come back to it. Let me be sure everyone is on the same page. Did we understand how we generated the reference list? Let me Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z. Ctrl Z. Oh, Control. Sorry, this is not my system. I don't know. It's Ctrl Z not working here. Delete. I want to generate the reference list. I've been citing all along in my work. So at the end of the paper, I place my cursor where I want to generate the reference list, go to the Zotero menu and click on add bibliography, and it will generate the list of bibliography, everything that I've inserted, that I've cited in the work. Okay, so I can change the style at any time. Let's assume I want to change. This was upper. I submit this to a journal, they reject it. I want to change it to another style. All you have to do is to go to the document preferences under Zotero menu, document preferences. Can we see it there? Document preferences, and then you can change to another style. It will bring up the list of style. Let's assume I want to change to Vancouver, which is a numbering style. Once you select it, just select OK, and the citations, you can see they have changed to numbers 1, 2, 3 to 5, and then the reference list too has been formatted the way it should be. Did we get that? Did we get it? Okay. Please get it too. It's not that Dr. Wopola, I'll come and see you in the office. So. Let's get it once and for all here. We inserted citation all along. As you are writing, you are inserting. You have built that's why the first work is to build your Zotero library. Add papers to it. Add everything to it. So once you are writing, you just be picking and citing, and at the end of the day, just click on insert bibliography and everything comes up. So it doesn't, the advantage is that you are not the one keeping tab of the references. It's keeping that for you. Your own is to cite and it will generate the list for you. And you can always change from one style. If I don't want to use Vancouver again, I'll just go to document preferences, change to any other style that I want. Let's say I want to use the nature style, which I think is a superscript. Yeah, it's a superscript style. It will format it to that style, and there are thousands of styles. If you can't find the one you are looking for, just click on manage styles. Manage styles, it takes you to the Zotero. You can see get additional style down here. There are thousands of styles depending on what your journal is specifying or what your institution is specifying. Okay? Question? Okay. The mic is not working. Okay, good. Oh, okay, you mean on the document? Yeah, it will format it according to the number.
Okay, this is my question. For instance, if we have a...
please speak up a little, please.
Okay, we want to reference a particular thesis we are working on with this style you just taught us. So I just want to ask, what about if we're not making use of all the references from Zotero library? How are we going to divide them, like separate the ones we are going to be using from the ones we are not going to be using? Because with this method you just put out here, like click that document part where we have the B something, all the references will appear, right, at a go. So what about if we are not making use of all? How do we separate them?
Okay, if I get you correctly, you're asking why did we not bring everything in? Separate which one? I didn't hear you very well.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is, in our Zotero library, for instance, if we have like 100 references that we're using for a particular topic we are writing on.
Yes.
And if we're going to be incorporating this style you just taught us, you clicked on the
document preferences.
Yeah, and everything just appeared at a go. What about if we're not using all the references, like the 100? We just want to use 70 out of the 100 references. How do we separate?
No, all the references did not appear. You mean when I inserted this and this list came up? All these lists are based on what I inserted above. So it's not all the references that are in my Zotero library that came up here. It's the ones that I cited. If I delete anyone from here, let me go back to APA so we can see. Okay. So let's assume this first reference, Naslund 2020, which is also in the reference list here, Naslund et al. 2020. If I delete it from here now, it will go away from my reference list immediately I refresh. If I click on refresh, it's out of it. So it's not bringing everything in my Zotero library, it's bringing whatever I have cited. Do we understand that? So let me quickly take your question again, sir. You said I should repeat the indirect citation. The direct citation. So what we'll do is to place the cursor where we want it to be, say at the beginning of this paragraph. Then we click on add citation. Add citation. We search for that material. The one I deleted was Naslung. So you select it. Do you still get it to this point? Right? You get it to this point. You search for what you want, you select it. But before you press enter, you will click on that citation that you have selected. Then some options will come up, one of which is omit author. Yes, you click on it, you check that box. Once you do that, then you can press your enter, and it's only the year that will be there. Yes, ma'am. Can you pass the mic to her, please? Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think there should be a menu telling us we are plagiarizing.
There should be a what?
Menu telling us we are plagiarizing.
Plagiarizing.
We are plagiarizing.
That we are plagiarizing. At this point, we are not plagiarizing. That is not built in Zotero or I think something like that is in Office 365. Office 365 has some plagiarism detection tool which you can incorporate, but it's expensive. I mean, it's not free. That's Microsoft Office 365. I think there's something like that. As you are typing, it can be checking for you. But at the end of the manuscript you are preparing, you can always go and scan it for plagiarism using any of those available plagiarism checker tool. So, but that is not part of the function of this tool that we are looking at. Any other question? Oh, question, sir. Yes, sir.
Artificial intelligence in research activity. The use of Zotero Mendeley, is it not a lazy way of research activity? Because they involve artificial intelligence. Then why are we kicking against artificial intelligence in research? Can you
Thank you, sir. All right, thank you very much, sir. Well, number one is that we are not kicking against AI in research. We are only talking about ethical use of it, using it ethically, using it appropriately, and making sure we are not abusing it. Number two is that what we have even done, we've not used, there isn't much of AI or not AI in the real sense of generative AI and all that in what we have done. Zotero is only aiding our work, and just as every technology, as the fan is blowing you, aiding the circulation of air, that is the same thing that is happening here. Technologies are here to stay. It's either we ride on them or we get ridden by them. So if we drag ourselves back that we are not going to use this thing, other people that are using them, they will just be flying while we are still trying to make wave. So it's not that we are saying don't use AI. Why this is not even AI? We are not talking AI here at all. Not the kind of AI that we were having discussion on the group, but this will only help our work. It will facilitate it. If we say I saw a thesis somewhere in the US. The thesis was handwritten back in the days before there were all these word processors. They were writing thesis, a whole PhD thesis with hand. I saw it with my eyes. Imagine if we say we don't want all this, we will be writing our thesis with our hand. you know what that will mean for us. So the technology is just to aid our work. There are many people that are stuck in their project because they are looking for citations around. They have cited the work, and now to locate it again is a problem. So that is the kind of thing that this helps us with. And if we are now going to the realm of AI, we are not even saying don't use AI. In fact, we should be encouraging it, because we only keep ourselves in the back. People are going on with it. if we, whether we use or we don't use it is what is in vogue. So the only thing is that we need to learn how to harness. In fact, that was part of what I was supposed to take for the Faculty of Science conference, AI use in research and all that, but the timing, I mean, the program was so choked. So what we are just advocating is, let's use it ethically. Not that you will use it and you present it as if you are the one that did the work, or you'll be copying verbatim from it and all that. So to the best of my knowledge, that is the discussion that is going on, not that we should not use it, sir. Thank you very much. Yeah. Oh, okay, how to change the style? Yes. Okay, let's have our screen, please. So under the Zotero menu, you will see document preferences. Document preferences at the top here. Have you been able to see it? So once you click on it, the menu will come up, then you can select another style, and then everything will reformat itself. So if you submit to a journal, you use that part, they reject it. You want to submit to another one, they say go and use Vancouver. Just change the style, do whatever changes you want to do in the document, and resubmit. All right, any other? Okay, still one more question. I know where you are going.
Is there any way we can import a manually generated list of references into this app?
Okay, that question always comes up anytime we have a reference management training. You already have a document that you've prepared, and the references are there already. You didn't use Zotero or Mendeley or reference management for it, right? So you want to know if there's any way we can now. So the only way is that each of the citations in that work, you now have to start using add citation from Zotero to add. You go and add everything first to your library, your Zotero library. Then you have to do it one by one. There is no magic wand that will turn everything with. You've done that one manual. In fact, I have a manuscript that I've condemned because of that. I said when I have time again to go and sit with it. So there is no magic wand. That one is done. You cannot just reconfigure it into Zotero to take over from it. What you didn't start with Zotero, Zotero cannot take over. That's just the straight answer. Just a minute, we have someone first. Don't worry. I don't understand. If you remove. Okay, so let me do that. Add citation. So let me select this first one. Are we together? Then I click on that citation. Click on omit author. So you mean it will uncheck that box? No, I'll just click out of that box first. And maybe we'll check that one separately, but it's not. This is what you can see. It's only the year that it's inserted for us. Sir, okay, he's on a call. Okay. Yes, they work almost exactly the same way. Mendeley, Zotero, and all that. Any other question? I think Dr. Schumacher has a question. Okay. That can be. Okay, different referencing styles. That one. Yeah, it depends on the journal. So it's the journal. Anytime you want to submit a manuscript to a journal, you read the IFA, the instruction for authors. So they will have stated the type of referencing style they want for your manuscript that you want to submit, and you have to follow that. So it's the journal or the outlet that you want to publish in that would in fact, the university, if it's a degree, the institution will tell you this is the style you must use in your work. So it's the outlet that is publishing your work that will tell you which reference style to use. Thank you. In the absence of any other question, I think it's been a worthwhile 3 days. Except if there is any other question, Zotero, Mendeley, reference management, systematic reviews. We can. I don't understand that. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Yeah, Zotero is not keeping your write-up for you. It's only the citations and the bibliographic detail that Zotero is. Wherever you are saving your Microsoft Word or whatever you are typing is not Zotero's concern. So you are responsible for. Zotero is only responsible for your citations and the bibliographic detail and all that. So your write-up and all that, of course, we have to make sure we keep it. If anything happens to okay, and one more thing that I didn't remember to say, if anything happens to the laptop, if the write-up is not kept properly, maybe backed up somewhere, that means that's the end. But for Zotero, you can still retrieve your Zotero library, and that's what I remember. Let me quickly show us. I'll go back to my Zotero app now. So Zotero has a sync function. That is, you are able to sync your Zotero library into Zotero Cloud Library. It gives you a cloud, some space in the cloud, such that even if you are not with your laptop, you are anywhere in the world, you can just go to zotero.org, log in, and everything you have in your Zotero library, you can access them. So how you do that is, first you go to zotero.org and create an account. Yeah. You go to zotero.org and under that login, click on login, then you'll be able to create an account. Then once you have an account, we'll now go to under the file menu in Zotero. Let me be sure where it is, because this is a new version. File settings. I'm really used to the old version. Under edit, settings. Yeah, I was looking for settings. So edit and settings. Before now it was under tools. They just updated this version last month. So edit, settings, then I go to sync. Are we together? We will go to the edit menu, settings, and then select the sync function, the sync option. So in the synchronize. So under sync, you can now enter your Zotero username and password. So let me just do that for us to see. So you click on setup sync. You will have created your Zotero account, and you can even still click on create account here. set up sync. I hope I remember my password. Okay, I can't remember my password right now. I guess I'm tired. One thing I wanted to show by once you set up sync, one of the options that you will see is to check that you don't want it to be uploading your PDFs. You know what this sync function does is to back up everything in your Zotero library into a cloud library, so that maybe you want to move from one system to another. You can just, once you log in on another Zotero, as I'm logging in now, if I'm able to log in successfully, everything in my Zotero app here will just come into this. I'm coming, please. Everything in my Zotero app here will just come into this. So, but the space will get filled up easily if you are also backing up the PDF in your Zotero library. So you will see the option to uncheck backup PDF. So you should uncheck that one. Let it only be backing up the all these citation details, bibliographic details. Do you understand that? Otherwise, I think I can't remember, but it's not a very big space that Zotero provides you. So if you are backing up PDF, it might exhaust it. Dr. Oshima Kumasa. Yeah, okay. Yeah. To migrate. Okay, thank you very much for that question. So one of the things that is very important when it comes to reference management system is migration. You might decide to stop using EndNotes today and you move to Mendeley. From Mendeley to Zotero and all that. That is very well established, and you can do it with the export function. Okay, so if I want to export the whole of my Zotero library, I'll just click on this library, go to file, and you will see the export library down here. Same thing with Mendeley. Go to file, click on export. So once I click on export library, it will ask me the format that I want to export. So it's always the best practice to export in RIS. RIS is more compatible with almost all of them. So export in RIS, and then you can decide to export files. Means that we also export all those PDF. I don't need that. Those notes that I added, I might decide not to export it. Then you click on OK. So let me do that. OK. Let me save it in download. Okay, save. So it has exported to my download folder as an RIS. This is it at the top as an RIS file. Although it's looking like a like a web page or something. So that file now, the other reference manager that I'm taking it to, I just need to import. So let me use Zotero again, and it works for Mendeley. To just go to file and click on import. Then you select the type of file. RIS, like I said, works for all of them. Click on next. Then it will ask you to locate that file on your system. You select it. You click on open. You click on next, and everything comes in there. I think it's straightforward, right? So the export and import function is always available on all reference management. If you decide to move away today, just pack all your things and then take it to the other side with the export and import function. And if there is, in any case, you generate a reference list like this, and you see any discrepancy, because Dr. Okimakiwa made me to remember that we have dealt with that together before. If you see any discrepancy in the reference list, maybe this was supposed to be boundary. Let's say this E is not supposed to be there. Maybe the name is supposed to be BONDR. So if you click delete it here, it doesn't mean if you close this word and you open it again, it will be back there. So you need to go back to the Zotero library, look for where we have that paper boundary, that author. This is it. Click on it. Go to where the detail is. This is the author here. Then you can click in that place, delete that E, click out, it's saved. Then you can come back to your Ctrl Z. You can come back to your Microsoft Word. Just click on refresh button at the top here. Refresh. Refresh. You can see, oh, it has removed it by itself. So whatever you need to edit, you go back to the Mendeley library and the Zotero library and edit the detail on this pin. Do you understand that? And no other questions. It's Friday. Let's go and enjoy our Friday. Thank you for being with us since Wednesday, and I wish you more success in everything that you do, and myself too. All the best, and good afternoon.